रागादिरोगान् सततानुषक्तानशेषकायः प्रसृतानशेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारतिदान् जघान यो पूर्ववैद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै. So until today we have completed the Sandhigata Roga as well as the Shuklagata Roga. Sandhigata Roga we have seen there are 9 in number, and Shuklagata Roga we have understood that there are 11 in number according to Acharya Sushruta. And today we are discussing about Krishnagata Roga as per Acharya Sushruta. And how many are they in total? Yes, how many are they in total? How many Krishnagata Rogas are there? 4. Okay. So in those 4, now we will understand. We had 5 criteria to be written, right? So what was the first criteria? To understand the names, like to remember the names of the Krishnagata Roga. So as we know, there are 4. What are they? Savrana Shukla, Avrana Shukla, Ajaka Jata and Akshipakatyaya. There are 4 rogas under Krishnagata. Savrana Shukla, but in Shloka they have also mentioned it as Shukra. Okay, Savrana Shukra they have mentioned sometimes. So it is Savrana Shukla, Avrana Shukla, Ajaka Jata and Akshipakatyaya. One common mistake that students do is when we write it as Savrana Shukla, they easily get carried away thinking it as a Shuklagata Roga. But Savrana Shukla and Avrana Shukla are Krishnagata Roga. They are not Shuklagata Roga. Though the name carries the Shuklagata name, Shukla in their name, they are not Shuklagata Vyadhis. They are Krishnagata Vyadhi. Okay, that is the black part of the eye. These 2 Vyadhi will manifest in the black portion of the eye. That is why they are Krishnagata Roga. And then is Ajaka Jata and Akshipakatyaya. So the first thing we have done. Then what it is, in which doshas they come under. Dosha classifications we have to do now. So what is the classification in doshas? Savrana Shukla and Avrana Shukla are both Raktaja Vyadhi. Savrana Shukla, Avrana Shukla. So keeping the clue, Vrana. So what is the main important thing that happens in Vrana? Which it is related to? It is related to Rakta. Right? Any Vrana is related to Rakta. So keep in mind, Savrana Shukla and Avrana Shukla are both Krishnagata Roga and they are Raktaja Vyadhi. Then comes Ajaka Jata. Ajaka Jata is Kaphaja Vyadhi. Ajaka Jata is Kaphaja Vyadhi. And finally, Akshipakatyaya. Paka has already taken place. The final stage has been reached already. So if the final stage has been reached, that gives you an understanding that all the doshas have already involved. So what it corresponds to? Akshipakatyaya corresponds to Sannipataja Vyadhi. Got it? So in Krishnagata Vyadhi, there are totally 4 according to Acharya Sushruta. They are respectively Savrana Shukla, Avrana Shukla, Ajaka Jata and Akshipakatyaya. Savrana and Avrana both are Raktaja Vyadhi. Ajaka Jata is marked in green, so it should be a Kaphaja Vyadhi. Then Akshipakatyaya is marked in yellow and it should be Sannipataja Vyadhi. Got it? Okay, what was the third criteria? Whether it is Sadhya or Asadhya. So in Krishnagata Vyadhi, only one is Sadhya. All the other 3 are Asadhya. So it is easy to remember. Okay, in Krishnagata Vyadhi, only Avrana Shukla is Sadhya. All the other 3 are Asadhya. And I have written something at the end, right? Sira Shukla. Sira Shukla is told only by Vagbhata, not by Acharya Sushruta. So Savrana Shukla is Asadhya, Ajaka Jata is Asadhya, Akshipakatyaya is also Asadhya, only Avrana Shukla is Sadhya. Okay. The final criteria, one criteria before is saying if it is a Sadhya Vyadhi, then which kind of Sadhya it is? Sadhya, it is Ashastra Krita. Ashastrakrita. It is not Shastrakrita Vyadhi. Okay, keep it in mind. Only one is sadhya in Krishna gataroga. That too, it is an Ashastrakrita Vyadhi. No shastras to be used while treating it. Only bheshaja, oral medication or applying type of medications, only bahya parikramas are to be used, not the shastra. Okay. Then what is the last one? That is giving the correlation. Savrana Shukla is corneal ulcer. Avrana Shukla is abnormalities of the corneal transparency, that is corneal opacities. Ajaka Jata is anterior cephaloma, and Akshipakatyaya is keratitis or hypopyon ulcer or panophthalmitis. And last one, Vagbhata has said about Sira Shukla, it is vascularization of cornea. Vascularization of cornea. So I'll repeat it once again. There is a fourth classification. The fourth classification of the Netra Vyadhi is Krishna gataroga. In that, there are 4 Vyadhi according to Sushruta, 5 according to Vagbhata. According to Sushruta, it is Savrana Shukla, Avrana Shukla, Ajaka Jata and Akshipakatyaya. Savrana, Avrana both are Raktaja Vyadhi, while Ajaka Jata is Kapaja Vyadhi and Akshipakatyaya is Sannipataja Vyadhi. Only Avrana Shukla is Sadhya, all others are Asadhya. And Sadhya, which kind of Sadhya it is? It is Ashastrakrita, no Shastras to be used. And coming to the correlation at last, Savrana Shukla is corneal ulcer. Avrana Shukla is abnormalities of the corneal transparency. That means it leads to corneal opacities. Ajaka Jata is anterior cephaloma and Akshipakatyaya is keratitis or hypopyon ulcer or panophthalmitis. And Sira Shukla, the name itself carries the word Sira. So it is, the correlation is vascularization of the cornea. I hope there is no difficulty in understanding this because there are only 4 Vyadhis and it is totally understandable and it is easy to remember. Comparing it to the Sandhigata or Shuklagata or even the Vartma where we have 21 Vyadhis in total. Krishna Gata has just 4 Vyadhi. Okay. Nikhilesh, can you tell me how many Drishtigata and Sarvagata Vyadhis are there? How many are there? How many Drishtigata and how many Sarvagata Vyadhis are there?
Drishtigata are 12 and Sarvakshaya 17.
Okay. So now moving on, I had told you that after dealing with the Krishna Gata Vyadhi, we will be dealing with first 5 Vartma Gata Vyadhis today. Remember? So totally, as I told, there are 21 Vartma Gata Vyadhi. In that, first we will understand the doshas type and all, but the first 5 we will understand today. Okay, it is easy that way. First 5 we will understand today. In the shloka, Utsanginyatha Kumbhika, Pothaki Vartma Sharkara, Tatharsho Vartma. These are the 5 Vyadhi told by Acharya Sushruta under the Vartma gataroga, the initial 5. Okay. So how many are there? What are all the doshas that they correspond to? We will now understand. Totally in the Vartma gataroga, there are, okay, write it in the column wise. In Vartma gataroga, there are 2 Vataja, and here you have to mention there are no Pittaja Vyadhis in Vartma gataroga. This is very important. Because in Shuklagata and Sandhigata, we mentioned it saying there are no Vatagata Vyadhis, right? Like the Vata Doshaja Vyadhis are not there. Even in Krishna Gata Rogas, there are no Vataja disorders. Here in Vartma Gata, Vataja is present but Pittaja is not present. So there are no Pittaja Vyadhis in Vartma Gata Roga. Vataja are 2 in number, Kaphaja 3 in number, Raktaja also 3 in number, and Sannipataja maximum 13 Vyadhis under Vartma Gata come under Sannipataja. Got it? Vataja 2, Pittaja 0, Kaphaja 3, Raktaja 3, Sannipataja 13. And coming to the Sadhya, Yapya and Asadhya in the Vartma gataroga, there are totally 17 Sadhya Vyadhi. 17 Sadhya Vyadhi in Vartmagata. Only one is Yapya and Asadhya are 3. 17 Sadhya, 1 Yapya, 3 Asadhya. So just revising it with the other Gata Rogas that we have studied. Sandhigata, 4 Sadhya, 0 Yapya, 5 Asadhya. Shuklagata, all are Sadhya Vyadhi. I hope you remember this point. And Krishna Gata Vyadhi, 1 is Sadhya and all the 3 are Asadhya. Coming to Vartma gataroga, it is 17 Vyadhis that are Sadhya, 1 is Yapya and 3 are Asadhya. Okay. Then, what was the next criteria that we had to understand? How many Vyadhis, if they are Sadhya, we understood that there are 17 Sadhya Vyadhi. In that, what kind of Sadhya they are, that we had to understand. Vartmagata, like make a column saying the first column is Chedya, second is Bhedya, then is Lekhya, then is Vedya, and last one is Ashastrakrita. Make a column like this. In that, Vartmagata Roga, 3 are Chedya, 3 are Chedya, 3 are Bhedya, 9 Vyadhis are Lekhya. There is no Vyadhi that can be cured with Vedhana Karma. And Ashastrakrita are 2 in number. I'll repeat it once again. There are 3 particular things, right? According to dosha, prognosis, and then which type of chikitsa. So in according to doshas, Vartmagata, Vataja 2, Pittaja 0, Kapaja 3, Raktaja 3, Sannipataja 13. In prognosis, Vartmagata, 17 Sadhya, 1 Yapya, 3 Asadhya. And in those 17 Sadhya Vyadhi, there is again a distinction saying Chedya are 3, Bhedya are 3, Lekhya are 9 in number, Vedya are, there are no Vyadhis that can be cured with Vyadhana Karma, then Ashastrakrita 2. Okay, now we will learn the names of the first 5 Vyadhi. Utsangini, Kumbhika, Pothaki, Vartma Sharkara and Arsho Vartma. Now understanding the doshas of these 5. In these 5, the first 5, I gave an importance to learning the shloka means if you know the shloka properly, one after the other, you can remember those doshas, the prognosis as well as the chikitsa in an order as well. Okay, only when you remember it in an order, you can place like this in a list and just start analyzing the color codes written along with it. If you understand it in a haphazard way, you will not be remembering these color codes. Otherwise, if the color codes are not in your mind, then you cannot remember which doshas it is, which kind of chikitsa is given to it, whether it is sadhya or asadhya. No. Only when it is in a systematic manner, in an order, then only you can remember. That is why I emphasized on learning the shloka, memorizing the shloka. I hope you got to understand the importance why I told you to do it. Hope you will do it in the next class at least. Those who have done, well done, that you have given importance to it and put some effort to it. Good. So first one is Utsangini, second is Kumbhika, third is Pothaki, Vartma Sharkara, then Arsho Vartma. What is Utsangini? Utsangini is Sannipataja, as you are seeing the color codes. Kumbhika is also Sannipataja. Only Pothaki here has a unique feature. It is a Kapaja Vyadhi. Pothaki is a Kapaja Vyadhi. Then Vartma Sharkara is also Sannipataja. Arsho Vartma is also Sannipataja. So in the first 5 Vyadhis of Vartma Gataroga, 1, 2, 4, 5 are Sannipataja. Only third one, Pothaki, is Kapaja Vyadhi. Got it? Okay. So now coming to the Sadhya Sadhyata. The first five in that, Utsangini is Sadhya, Kumbhika is also Sadhya, Pothaki is also Sadhya. Vartma Sharkara and Arshovartma. All the five are Sadhya Vyadhi. All the five are Sadhya Vyadhi. What kind of Sadhya they are? First four are Lekhana Sadhya Vyadhi. Utsangini, Kumbhika, Potaki, Vartma Sharkara. The first pada of the shloka, that is the first line of the shloka, right? In that, the first line, all the Vyadhis are cured by Lekhana Karma. Then, Arsho Vartma, the fifth one, is cured by Chedana Karma. Arsho Vartma is cured by Chedana Karma. Okay. Now coming to the correlation of it. Utsangini is chalazion. Kumbhika is the cyst of the Z's gland. Pothaki is trachoma. Vartma Sharkara is trachoma, or it can be lithiasis conjunctivitis or infected meibomian gland. Then Arsho Vartma is also a one variety of trachoma, or it can be a wart or a tumor. Okay, this is about the first five Vartmagata Roga. Did you guys see all the Netra Sharira that I had said? I had sent you the videos, Netra Rachana Sharira. And I had also sent the diagrams I had drawn. Only the PDF I had sent in the group. Have you guys gone through it? If you had gone through it, then you will definitely understand what is the correlation I am giving, because you will be knowing exactly what is conjunctiva, what is palpebral conjunctiva, what is bulbar conjunctiva, what is Z's gland, the glands of Cruz, the glands of meibomian, the glands of Weiss. All these will be knowing if you have properly seen the anatomy that I have sent on the group already. If you have not seen that, if you were not keen on seeing those PDFs that I have sent, only with the diagrams of the anatomy related to the eye, if you have not gone through it, then all these names will be very difficult and you will be just seeing it as Roman or Latin like that. But if you know the anatomy properly, then these correlations will be really easy. I hope you can revise all this until now. And we will be meeting again, I am telling you, tomorrow morning classes there at 5:30 a.m. I hope you all will join in large numbers and do participate and learn at proper time. And I hope you all will put equal efforts and learn the shloka at least for tomorrow. 3 days, it's enough time reading the shloka, studying and memorizing it. I hope so you all will give proper efforts and memorize it for tomorrow. So I'm ending the class now. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or you can post the questions in the group as well. Okay. Ragadirogan satatalu shaktan asheshakayah prasritan sheshan autsukya moharatidan jaghana yo purva vaidyaya namostu tasmai.